So good afternoon.
Very good
Yeah, welcome to TechnoTex. So I want to know about. I think you are a startup company. So I want to know about your startup journey. What is the purpose of the company when you had started? Everything. Can you share that?
Yes, absolutely. Very good afternoon. So, let me first introduce myself. I'm Dr. Anasuya, and I'm the founder of this startup, NanoSafe Solutions. So, just to give a small academic background about myself, I did my PhD at IIT Delhi with Professor Mangala Joshi, who happens to be a professor at Department of Textile and Fiber Technology, IIT Delhi. And I also was a DART scholar, so I did half of my masters at IIT Delhi and other half I did at University of Stuttgart, Germany. So while we were doing completion during last year of our PhD thesis, so the research topic was around antimicrobial technology in polymers, polymer materials, and we were thinking we have already devised ways to make plastics, polymers antimicrobial. At that point of time, we did not have any business idea, but what has happened is we realized that if we are not the people who takes this technology forward, then this technology remains as a paper bound volume or just piece of paper or just some patents. So that is when it dawned upon us that we should do something about commercialization of the technology that we developed. So that was the basis of the onset of the startup journey. So what we have done is we have an antimicrobial solution based out of active copper, which has the capacity to deactivate all kind of microbes. And when I say all kind of microbes, it includes bacteria, virus, fungi as well as algae. If you look at other technologies in the market, they are mainly antibacterial and at the most antifungal. But we go to length and we say that this is a 4-in-1 technology: bacteria, virus, fungi, algae. Also the fact that this is also micronutrient technology. So micronutrient technology in the sense that because it is based out of active copper is an essential micronutrient which is required for growth and immunity. Copper is an essential micronutrient which is required for growth and immunity in humans. So that is also a differentiating fact, because silver, as we know, is very toxic and it is predominantly used nowadays for antimicrobial technology. So having said that, we have applications not only in textiles, we have applications for any kind of textiles, fabrics, clothing, apparels, medical textiles, but we also have a plastic vertical and polymer vertical in which we supply master batches. These are concentrates of active copper with polymers, and this has to be added in the melt compounding stage or the molding stage to make plastics also antimicrobial. So we are into plastics, textiles, coatings, etc. We started our journey, as you have asked, we started our journey with the NSafe mask. So the NSafe mask, which is a 50 times reusable active copper imbibed mask. So this mask is a very special mask which has the capacity to neutralize SARS-CoV-2 virus on contact. So just within 30 minutes the SARS-CoV-2 virus is killed by 95%, and in an hour the virus gets completely killed, 99% reduction. And this is one of the very first masks to be launched at lockdown 1. Lockdown 1, if you can remember, was one of the most chaotic phase of the whole COVID situation, in which there was no other masks in the market. There was only surgical mask and kind of N95 based mask, and these were sold at very high prices. And we were the first companies, we also had the first mover advantage as well, to have marketed a mask which is 50 times reusable. Reusability, of course, was a very, very big thing back then. Now to all the masks are reusable, but then they only had disposable items, and plus antimicrobial effect. So we started our revenue generation, so people started knowing us, acknowledging us. We got covered in various media portals during May 2020. So that is how our journey started. When masks died down quickly in the next 2-3 months, we realized that we have to position ourselves as a technology provider company, and that is when we shifted more into the B2B space. And in the B2B space, we supply formulations to textile industries to make their clothing or their textiles or their apparels antimicrobial. Similarly, in the polymer space, we were giving them solutions to make their products antimicrobial. So to give an example, Astral water tanks uses our technology in the inner layer to make antimicrobial water tanks. A very leading water purifiers uses our technology in some of the parts of the water purifier to make the water fortified with copper as well as antimicrobial. So these are some names. Of course, we are working hugely in the water contact application, in the polymer application, and through TechnoTex, the main objective was to connect to textile industry, especially in the non-woven space, and we aim to collaborate with them to give our unique antimicrobial solutions to make their products antimicrobial.
So when you had started the company?
2019.
19.
Yes, October 2019 is when we started, and we first generated revenue in 2020 May.
Okay. So what is your vision for the company? Whether you want to be in the B2B space only or B2C, what you are planning for that?
So, first of all, India as of now imports a lot of antimicrobials, and this is only possible because we do not have very high quality antimicrobial formulations in place here in India. So that is why many Indian textile companies are importing from either the US or the UK for antimicrobial solutions, and we would like to change that scenario, where we would like to provide antimicrobial solutions not only in India but also in the global platform. As you know, active copper technology as a technology nobody else is providing as of now. We are the only global company, not only here in India but also in the global scenario. We are the only ones who provide active copper technology. So we intend to be in the B2B space only, and we intend to kind of thrust our formulations in the B2B space, in the plastics, in the polymers and in the textile industries, and we hope to become an antimicrobial global leader dealing with active copper and safe and sustainable antimicrobial solutions.
So what is your current revenue and the market share in this?
Current revenue I cannot disclose in a public forum, but it's quite good given we are a startup. And market share, again, we in the polymer space we are having good market share, but in the textile space we have not seen very like from this year we have started the textile space. Last year we were completely in the polymer space. In the textile space we did not see much growth because of some certifications issue. We corrected them from our end, and then in this year that is the aim of this exhibition as well. We intend to connect with leading players in the textile industry, and we have some of them we have already supplied our solution. They are already taking trials in the commercial stage and also in the pilot stage, and we see a very good potential, and by the end of this year I can give you a full figure of the market share.
So any other product launch or new launch you are planning for your products or your category?
Looking into the future, we see that sustainability is coming up big time, right? So everybody is discussing about green textiles and sustainable solutions. So in the polymer space, we are working on a biodegradable additive or a master batch, that if you will add in a conventional polymer, that polymer or the plastic will degrade much faster. So this is one R&D that we are doing at the present moment. Also in the textile sector, we are trying to kind of see effect of very green and organic active ingredients like neem, tulsi, haldi, the extracts of which can impart antimicrobial effect in a very sustainable way, in a very eco-friendly way. So that is some of the research that is ongoing right now at IIT Delhi lab.
Last question, as you are a startup, so how is your journey till now, and what is the advice you want to give to the new startups who are coming to the industry?
Yeah. As a startup, it's always a roller coaster ride, and I think you have to come to terms with that. So it's gonna be up, and it's gonna be downs as well, and you just have to keep your calm and you navigate through all the challenges. I think this applies to all the entrepreneurs out there. For newer startups, of course, this is the era of startups, and this is when 3 years, 4 years back when we started, there was not much support. But looking at the current scenario and looking at the schemes of the government and looking at how even state governments are coming forward to help startups, I think now is one of the best times to take the plunge and open a new company. And of course we need a lot of job creators, not job seekers. the industry needs a lot of job creators, and of course I believe through startups we can solve many pressing needs that India needs today, and which cannot be done otherwise by either a very bureaucratic corporate agency or the government. So startups are in that way quite lean and quite quick in implementing solutions. So I see that is the future of India.